Welcome to the 100 Club. It's Tom here. We are now live streaming as the very first game of the 100 comes to a close. It has taken just a little smidgen longer than we thought it might just to get through. So I'm probably talking to myself because I hope you're enjoying the end of the cricket. As I speak, there are 24 runs needed by the Oval Invincibles off 15 balls. So it is a good chase from the Oval Invincibles, but the Manchester Originals put up a really good score at 135. I thought that was probably a winning score, and it looks just about to me like that is going to be proved, but who knows? 24 or 15 certainly not impossible. Okay, well, you might be watching this on the day after, so I will try and keep this as relevant as I can to everyone. But essentially, we've had, I think, a few things to say about it. It's been a good day of cricket, and I'd like to hear your opinions about it. So start putting comments in, questions, thoughts. What do you think has gone on today? And we'll just enjoy the last few balls of the match and just give me your predictions, and let's see what's going on. As we're going on a bit further, then we've got Rich and Ollie, my usual partners in crime here at the 100 Club, who are going to be they currently are at the ground, at the Oval, and I hope they're going to be able to join us, give us a bit of a feedback for what it was like there, what they saw from the game, and what they made of the whole tournament. So it's going to be, there's a close run out there, but no, just spilled by the bowler, so that makes it through. That remains now 23 runs required from 14 balls left. So let us know what you think. I'm going to give you a few hot takes and reactions as we go. But we're all learning here. This is the first time it's been on. And I think, there's going to be good points and bad points. And so I'm just interested to, frankly, hear what you think of the tournament as a whole. Okay, so that's a nice lofted drive from Villiers there, Mady Villiers, but only picks up the single. Brings Dane van Niekerk back onto strike. 22 runs needed now from 13. It's just starting to look like it might just be beyond the Invincibles. That's going to require some big effort from them. With the tight bowling and what's frankly looked like a rather tight and slow pitch here at the Oval. So that's another lofted drive, but again, there's a sweep. No, there's no sweeper out there on that occasion. So rather squarer from Van Niekerk, picks up the boundary, 4 runs, takes it down to just 18 required off 12, brings them probably back to about a 1/3 chance on the WinViz projection. Okay. As we wait for the next delivery then, what do we think of it so far? Well, I prefer to talk about the cricket. So I think my first impression of the cricket so far is that, I've enjoyed it. And that's got to be, an important factor. This is what cricket has to be about, right? It's sports entertainment. Has it been perfect? No. I think they were very nervous at the beginning. And, we saw a wide go down the first delivery. I can't imagine that was the ECB's preferred sight for the first bit of the 100 ever, seeing a wide go down the leg side. But actually, once they settled in, I thought, we've seen some beautiful batting. We've seen considered patient play from Lizelle Lee with some great power boundaries in there. We've seen Harmenpreet Kaur playing just some beautiful strokes around the ball, around the park. Actually generating quite a decent number of a score. We saw a very early 10 from Marizanne Kapp, which was moving the ball both ways. All of the good stuff that cricket involves. So I think it's ticked the box. I'm not scared. This hasn't changed the nature of the game that I love. All right. Interestingly, the WinViz win predictor currently showing Oval Invincibles now at 53%. Now I think they've just moved into favourite here, having been behind for pretty much the entire innings on that metric. 17 from 11. And I apologise if you are a touch behind me on wherever you're streaming it from, wherever you are around the world. Pretty good cricket, few nerves, few mistakes, but ultimately, if you've watched a lot of women's cricket across the years, it's been of a good standard. And I've got no problem with what I've seen in that sense. Like to hear your opinions, though. And as we suggest that, I've got my first guest joining us. It is Ollie here at the Oval. I'm just going to wait for him to sort of plug in, and let's bear with us because they're working off mobile. So let's see what we can do. Ollie and Rich.
We're here. Hi, Tom.
How are you?
There.
Good.
enjoying some cricket. What a game.
It's close, right?
It is. We're going right down to the wire.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you now, I'm at 10 balls left on my stream.
And yeah, we've just had a tight run out and it's not out.
Okay, so how many balls left have you got where you are?
We have got the same as you. I think we have we have 9 balls left. We have 14 of 9. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Changes the equation a little bit.
And Dane and Niekerk has just smeared it for 6.
Oh, nice.
A huge hit over long on. And that was nothing to do with the boundaries coming in. That was a big hit. It's 9 off 8.
It sounds pretty loud there. Whereabouts in the ground are you?
We are, I guess, directly opposite the pavilion in the JM Finn stand. It's a big crowd here as the Invincibles scurry a single to keep the equation down. It's been an amazing evening.
Yeah.
I can see. It's been an amazing evening, great crowd in, as you say, a lovely evening. Ecclestone bowling at the minute. She'll be looking to take a wicket here. And again,
so who's on strike?
So at the minute we have Van Niekerk is on strike. She's just squeezed one out into the offside. It's a dot ball. It's to Harmenpreet at cover.
Oh, nice.
7 off 6.
What did you think of the Harmenpreet Kaur innings earlier? It looked very smooth on telly.
It looks smooth live as well. Don't like that one. Knocked up to long on, just a single.
Okay.
We could be in. Well, we're not going to be in Super 5 territory here. The points will be shared. There's 6 required of the last 5.
I like it. Okay. So, Ollie, what have you made of it? You're there with your family. Have they been enjoying it?
They've been absolutely loving it. There's been the fireworks. There's been flamethrowers. There's lots and lots of kids in the crowd, and they're all dancing and they're all on their feet. I think they're all enthralled. Matilda was present for Alistair Cook's record-breaking century a few years ago. She doesn't remember that, but she's been talking about it for a while.
Oh, nice. So I think the official attendance is around 7,400, but it sounds like there might be a few more in your opinion.
Yeah, I think so. It feels about half full, and the overall holds over 20,000. So I'd say there's at least 10,000 in here tonight.
Cool.
But it comes down to this: big last 5, whatever you want to call it. It's 6 off 5.
Who's bowling it?
It's Kate Cross, the captain.
Oh, wow. They're going to steal it.
You can probably hear from the crowd reaction below at the boundary.
Yeah, there go the flamethrowers. Nice.
You know what? When we did the previews, we talked about Oval and we said they really were reliant on Dane van Niekerk, and she has been absolutely incredible tonight. She is, she is not anchored this chase. She has been this chase, supported at various points. Oh, that looked close. They're scurrying through for a leg by. There's only 1 required. What a knock this has been. What a knock.
So scores are equal there, are they?
Scores are equal now, yes.
Okay.
No, sorry. 2 or 4. Sorry, 2 or 4 required.
2 or 4.
No, Van Niekerk.
No, the graphics guy's one behind. It's 1 off 3, and you've got Van Niekerk on strike.
So what will Kate Cross do here? Will she bring the field in?
That's what she's doing. The boundary runners are coming in.
I think you've got to
makes
really,
sense.
haven't you? Got to go for the draw at least.
Yeah. See Van Niekerk, dig a aerial. You try and chip it over the infield.
But what a comeback this has been from Oval. I mean, they were 4 down early.
Yeah.
Dead and buried halfway through their innings.
So the Winviz has been...
And she won it!
That sounds like it's all over, yeah?
It is.
Oh, it's a home win. Like it. Okay.
Yeah.
It's kicking off.
Huge performance from Van Niekerk. Captain's innings.
Nice. Okay, guys, I'm gonna let you just to soak that up for a bit. If you want to rejoin in a minute when you found somewhere a little quieter, it's quite chaotic now with the crowd, and we'll let you enjoy that with your families. Join us back in a minute, all right?
We'll talk to you soon. We'll do the digest. We'll calm down a little bit.
Yeah, enjoy it. See you in a minute. Okay, yeah. Sounded a little chaotic, but it sounded like a lot of fun. So I haven't got any questions yet, but if you want to stick anything down in the comments below, that would be grand. I'm still catching up on the live stream here, but you've heard it there from firsthand, right in the stands there with Rich and Ollie, that they've done it. The Oval Invincibles have actually pulled that one back, which I didn't actually see. So I think in our preview shows, we've actually generally thought that maybe about 130, 135 would normally be a winning score. So I think you really have to chalk that up to Dane van Niekerk's innings there, a half century, the debut half century of the tournament, and absolutely just doing it all. So some of the highlights from the scorecard, as I see it, we enjoyed definitely Lizelle Lee's innings, definitely enjoyed Harmenpreet Kaur. Really thought that actually at the beginning, Farrant bowled very well. And in that innings, though, I think the story of the day and the man of the match, as it were, is Dane van Niekerk, who's put the winning in. Let me just check in with the guys who are over at the Oval and see if they're online. Hey, Ollie, how you doing?
Good. Good summary, that. I was listening in.
Oh, yeah.
That felt how you kind of, when the originals were batting, you kind of felt that if Kaur had stuck around, they could have got a really big total. Kind of when Lee went again, you felt if she'd stuck around, they would have got a really big total, and they probably have batted. We've been danger batting out of sight. But even so, the total looked pretty imposing, and I think we sort of thought that 130 would look like a good score. And certainly, after the first few wickets had gone down, it was looking like an even bigger score. And I think the partnership between Van Niekerk they didn't go too crazy, but they were just ticking it over, and they never really looked troubled. And you kind of knew that was where the game was. If Van Niekerk stayed in to the end, then they were kind of in with a shout.
Yeah.
And when her and Kapp were kind of just ticking the score over, and you kind of just knew that they could accelerate if they needed to, and that's kind of what they did. There was a moment when Kapp was out, and it was a great stumping. It was a really smart piece of work.
Really sharp down the leg side. Yeah.
Really sharp down, stumps up a wide. You kind of really good glove work. And for a moment, you were like, "Is that the game?" Because it was clear that if those two had stuck together, then they were definitely going to get over the line. They were definitely going to get there. And that was the moment of doubt. Really was. Was that going to be the moment, that stumping that decided it? But I guess just the experience of Van Niekerk in the run chase kind of. I guess while she was still there, then you kind of felt she was going to just get them over the line, and that's exactly what happened. Great performance. Really good captain's innings. Really good.
Yeah, well, I think both the captains played really well today. Kate Cross had a good day, hit the first 6 of the tournament, and then took a good couple of wickets as well. Haydar Mahmood says, good knock for the schedule.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more.
Tremendous knock. I wonder whether, as they get back in the dressing room, Kate Cross will just be thinking a little bit about those last 20 balls and what she's done there as a skipper. I think that moment that Ollie said when Threckhold takes the stumping down the leg side when Kapp's out, it's tricky at that point to see the Oval winning. I mean, hats off to Van Niekerk. She gets the side home. But I think the originals will be in the dressing room now thinking how they let that game get away, because 4 down after however many, was it 20, 30 odd balls, it looked like only one side was going to win it. So I think great start to the tournament, and it just showed, as I say, if one big player puts their hand up, plays a big innings, that's enough to win a game in this format.
Yeah. So I think Sarah's got it right. Fantastic first game, some great batting. The pitch looked a little slow. I don't know what you thought of that. Did you feel that they were struggling to get much pace on the ball for a lot of the batters?
It was clear if you took pace off it, so that the slow bowlers, it was hard to get it through the infield, and so the Kapp at one point was prepared to go aerial just to get a single to get Van Niekerk back on strike. You kind of felt she was just happy to chip it over the circle, just to get a single. And so yeah, it could have been a bit quicker, but I think it produced a good game of cricket. The surface, produced a decent game of cricket, both sides. When batters got in, they look pretty well set.
Yeah.
Both sides are aggressive in fielding. Oval had 2 slips in, even sort of 35 balls into the innings. Neither side necessarily had the 5 boundary riders posted when they didn't have to. So they were doing their best to sort of really try and bring the scoring rate in. So I think that in that respect, yes, it was interesting to see the way the tactics played out.
Yeah, Syra asked who stood out for you. Obviously, Dane van Niekerk's been named player of the match. That's just come up on screen here. Anyone else? What did you think of Alice Capsey, the young 16-year-old opening the batting?
Well, just to answer the question, who stood out? Alice Capsey. Yeah, she did. I mean, not an incredible night, but I mean, fantastic that she's just even playing in this tournament at that age, at that level. As the Oval Invincibles do a lap of honour, and are gladly applauded by the crowd. Actually, most of whom have stayed to applaud them round.
Nice.
It's easy to overlook it because they've lost the game, but actually Harmenpreet Kaur's innings earlier on in the day was really changed the pace of the Manchester Originals innings. Lizelle Lee was playing well, yes, but she was finding the boundary, but not necessarily rotating the strike. Harmenpreet Kaur came in striking nearly 200. Hitting the ball so sweetly. There was one shot over extra cover that was just absolutely amazing to watch. So I think Harmenpreet Kaur really stood out for me tonight. I think she's going to do really well the rest of the tournament.
Okay.
Yeah, I think she hit 3 boundaries in a row at one point. I think maybe hit 4 and 5 balls. You kind of felt if she'd stuck around, and I think it felt like the tactics looked like they were. She could back through to the end. There'd have been a huge score on the Originals, and obviously. That was a big wicket when she went down because I think it made.
You've just dropped off there, Ollie. So I'm gonna stop you there, Ollie. You've just dropped off for some reason.
You've dropped off.
You've chosen to mute yourself, apparently. But there you go. A good question here from Haydar Mahmood. The big hit is key to getting the big wins because we saw Kate Cross starting to hit the 6s towards the end of the innings. Was it a balance of, how did you find the balance between the batters and the bowlers? Who won that game?
One woman won that game. Then Van Niekerk. I mean, let's go back to the ovals because Manchester batted well. They got 135. Maybe they could have got a bit more. I think Tash Farrant actually did okay early on, and Shabnim Ismail actually did all right. Maybe Manchester could have got 10 more in the power play, but ultimately I think it was just a special knock in a high pressure circumstance.
Okay.
I think if Harmenpreet Kaur stays in, she bats through to the end, then there's a completely different total for Oval to chase. And so I think in some games, that we're going to see in the next few weeks, I think Kaur might just cut loose because there were a couple of moments there where it just like she was scoring at will. So that was a huge wicket. I think that was a big turning point in the Originals innings when she went. But I guess we've seen what one player when they get in and get set can do, and that's the Van Niekerk.
Yeah. So it's going to be plenty of incentive for individuals to take the game by the scruff of the neck. And there wasn't much choice there for Van Niekerk, frankly. It was down to her by the time she came in. Let's have a look. Another question in from Haydar. I think you need to bowl tight to make sure the batter doesn't bowl loose bowls. I mean, that's fair. I mean, what length looked like it was most effective for you? What was the length that was working on that oval pitch?
To be honest, it seemed to be hard to get the ball away if it was bowled halfway down, pace off. I mean, most of the boundaries seemed to be straight hits or working it down to like final leg or third man. There was one shot that Harmenpreet Kaur played where she played very soft hands down to third man for 4 that I remember. And then towards the end, people were working it, straight, long on, mid-wicket.
Yeah.
If you bowled it into the pitch, took the pace off, it seemed very, very difficult to get away, to cut it or pull it.
I think there's one point in it when Marizanne Kapp was bowling. She was bowling a bit short, and she was bowling at full pace. She was bowling a bit quick, and it felt like it was just sitting up and being hit. I think everyone looked at that and figured out actually this is the wicket to take the pace off a little bit and make it hard to get away.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I'm going to let you get back to your families shortly. I've got a couple of sort of closing comments. You can shout these down. So I think, we've seen 8 times the number of people turn up to that game than turned up to the original Kia women's domestic game tonight. I think I've counted 20,000 watching on the BBC. I've seen 3,000 watching on the Sky Sports on YouTube. And Lord knows how many were watching on BBC Live on the TV there. So, who was the crowd? Who were they tonight? And were they the sort of crowd that the 100 wants to attract?
Well, there was a lot of families. It wasn't the same sort of middle-aged white guys that I guess whose demographic we represent.
Yeah.
So hopefully that continues to the rest of the tournament, because there's a lot of young families, a lot of young kids in here, and they're all having a great time.
Yeah, it's great. I just see we've got our.
I just want to echo that. Actually, it was a different vibe to watching T20 Blast games here in London. I've been to many games here at the Oval and Lords, etc. It was much more families, lots of cricket fans. The atmosphere towards the end, as they were chasing down that total, everybody was engaged. I don't think the organisers could hope for a better start to the tournament, actually. And they have Dane van Niekerk to thank for it. But actually, if we get 30-odd games or 50-odd games like that, then I think we're going to have an amazing tournament.
Yeah, we've got our old subscriber back, Shai Manju. Welcome back. Great to see you again. Thank you for the question. Great game. What a start. And actually then commenting the quality of the cricket was very good. We agree. We've enjoyed that thoroughly tonight. I think there's a few things watching on the broadcast here that we need to sort out. The graphics on the telly are a bit weird. They took me some time to get used to.
Graphics in the ground, we were questioning a little bit. There was at one point I think the Trent Rockets logo flashed up, so the graphics guy was having a little bit of a mare. But yeah, it's early days, I suppose.
Yeah, but one of the things I really liked, and I don't know if this hit you as well, was the reviews of the umpire reviews were really quick, I thought.
Yes, yeah, that got through very quickly. That was noticed.
Yeah, that was a nice touch. And actually, they finished in 2 hours 35. I'm not timing it here, but that is pretty much bang on what they said it would be. So, the BBC coverage is just wrapping up now. They've got about 10 minutes left. It's going to be just perfect for that slot across the evening on BBC Two.
Although with Ellie Freckles stumping of Marizanne Kapp down the leg side, which is incredible, Kapp walked. So. There's no point waiting for the screen, to on the big screen. She's already in the pavilion. She knows she's out, so it was quite incredible.
The camera angle of her heading through the tunnel told a lot more than the view of the stumps, to be honest.
Yeah, the tunnel of doom.
She was off the pitch by that point.
Yeah. Okay, guys, I'm going to let you go. Go and enjoy the rest of the evening with your families. I know they're there with you. To everyone who's joined us for the stream tonight, that was just a short sort of immediate reaction. I think we've enjoyed it. I think we want to see a bit more of it. The cricket is going to carry on now till the 21st of August. We're going to see a lot of it on the YouTube channel, on BBC, and of course here at the 100 Club. So if you have enjoyed it, please give us a thumbs up, give us a subscribe, and we're going to do some more of this, I'm sure. But the future looks all right. We've got the first men's game tomorrow. That's a sold-out game back at the Oval, and we look forward to seeing you there again tomorrow. I don't know if we're going to do a live stream yet, but we'll have something, I'm sure. we'll see. I'll have a chat to the boys when they get home and see how we feel. But otherwise, thank you all for joining us. I hope you had a great night, and you're in for the 100. Bye.